I am one with my mighty I Am presence, my holy Christ self, my personalities, my body elemental, and my new spirit. Every part of my being is in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura so I am fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. And I am now open and ready to receive his message for today. But before I begin, I would like to share with you the question that I am going to ask of Metatron today. I am asking Metatron the question that was presented by a viewer, asking how do we deal with our fears, especially those that are deep-rooted and unconscious. Greetings, beloveds. I rejoice in each opportunity given to me to be able to come and to be with you in this fashion. For do not doubt that I am aware of each and every one of you as you are watching these videos, and I am present there beside you, closer than your own heartbeat, as you watch these videos. And of course, I am delighted to answer all of your questions, to be able to assist you in this great transformation that is now taking place. So the question presented today is how to deal with your fears. This is quite a vast and complex issue, and certainly cannot be fully addressed in one short video. But perhaps I can give you some keys to help you in your own healing, for it is important that the fears be healed. Fear is like a scar on the emotional body. It is a lingering of great negative energies, resulting from some fearful situation in a person's life. Often, when something catastrophic happens, there is no understanding of the reasons for the event. There is only judgment, misunderstanding, both of which result in fear. Fear that you cannot control your life or the situations that come to you. Beloveds, it is only the ego that thinks it can control life. You truly have no control over what happens to you, as I have said before, because what is happening to you now is a direct result of all of your actions in the past, not only in this lifetime, but in all of your lifetimes. And so it needs to be healed. There are many ways of doing this. Some choose to go to a psychotherapist. Some choose to deal with it on their own. But for those of you who are wishing with all your heart to remove all of the fear from your emotional body, I can tell you that the quickest path to do this is to love. Now, practically speaking, how would you apply that? First of all, you can only deal with it when it comes up, or when you think about it and focus on it to the point where you start to feel the fear. That is the time to open your heart and to love yourself and to love the cause of the fear. In your current state of consciousness, which is one of separation, you feel fear because you feel separate from the person or object that you fear may harm you. If you can look at that same person or object with love, then the fear will dissipate. It will dissolve. Because you cannot hold two emotions about the same thing at the same time. And love, being stronger than fear, will always replace it and have dominance over it. Fear was originally intended to be nothing more than an impulse to get out of harm's way. For example, if an elephant is charging at you, it would be best not to start loving it and stay in its way, but to step out of its way and let it pass freely and keep yourself safe. What has happened in the human consciousness is that repeated scary and hurtful experiences have engendered a state of anxiety where you no longer trust in the oneness and in the goodness of life. This is truly the heart of all fears. The lack of trust in God, in the oneness, the perfection, and the goodness of life. So any techniques that you use to remove your specific fears will be helpful to you. But at some point, in order to dissolve all fears, the only way is to be in trust. To trust in life takes a heart of love and a mind at peace. Therefore, everything that you do to become more peaceful and more loving is helping you to dissolve all of those fears, be they conscious or unconscious. So my message to you, the viewer who has asked the question, and to all of you who are interested in overcoming your fears so that you may truly become the free and perfect beings that you are, I call you to develop your trust. This is an inner journey that you must take at some point in your life. So you just as well may begin now. As you are grateful for your life experiences, even the ones that are difficult, even the ones that you don't understand why they happen to you, and perhaps even especially those, if you can be grateful for all that life brings to you, you will slowly but surely develop faith and trust in life. Your mind does not need to understand everything that is happening to you, but your heart needs to accept it, so that you might pay all of your debts to life, so that you might correct in the invisible realms, any harm that you may have done to any part of life. And please know that as you develop this faith and this trust, that divine grace will come upon you. And divine grace will of itself remove many of the fears. And divine grace will bring you peace of mind and will assist you in becoming more trusting of life. This is a very important question, because I know many of you experience fears from time to time, but there are those of you who are in a permanent anxious state. I tell you, beloveds, that this is killing you. Anxiety of this fashion prevents the light of God flowing into the very particles of your being. When you are in fear, it is as if you were shut down, and your consciousness is no longer freely flowing through your being. Your consciousness, which is your light and your love, has been shut out by the ego. Remember, it is only the ego that experiences fear. And unfortunately, it has no desire and no ability to remove the fears of itself. So this is one of those times to tell the ego to step aside. Use your delete button when the ego starts rattling on about all of the awful things that are happening in the world that you need to be afraid of. This is a lie, beloveds. You need not fear anything, and not even fear itself. You need to trust and to love, to go forward each day into your daily activities with the absolute certainty that God is beside you and within you and accompanying you, assisting you, and loving you step by step throughout your day. But this grace will only be of benefit to you if you are aware of it. To be aware of God's presence within and around you is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. For only you can make the choice to direct your awareness to God's presence. That is why you are considered a master by all beings in all universes, because you control your consciousness. And that is the only thing that you control. You do not control your body, or other people, or events, or anything that is happening in the outer world. You influence it, and your energies certainly react upon it and to it, but you do not control it. You, as a human, are meant to be the master of your own consciousness. Once you master your own consciousness, then you can begin to master the other aspects of yourself. Your mind, your emotions, and eventually your body. Because you can control that. But only after you have gained control of your consciousness and your mind and your emotions. Your body is simply a result of all of these. So I hope this information has been of use to you, and that you will continue to watch these videos to gain in wisdom, understanding, and peace of mind. I thank you for listening. I love you, and I bless you. I am Metatron.